We should be live. Says we are across everything. How's it going, everybody? So this is Bradford, and I'm playing a little bit of Lotro today. Working through the epic content in the Minas Morgul expansion. Yeah. So I've completed book 11, chapter 11, excuse me. It was a slog. It took a while. Then again, it didn't help that I had like 15 other things going on the last few weeks, and I haven't been able to devote as much time to this as I'd like to. So we're getting into it, thankfully, finally. And we are essentially, we're level 125. The level cap in this now is 130. We are in Mordor right now in a flashback scene. Basically, it's the siege of Barad-dûr in the Second Age. This is obviously before Sauron fell, because after Sauron fell, the siege was kind of lifted, And what we have to do right now is kind of prove that we can join one of Isildur's councils and go collect some badges from some high level ranking orcs. If you don't want spoilers, because this is the epic content, kind of need to get through this to finish the review. Minas Morgul is really pretty. I really like the new zone. The Morgul Vale is not what I was expecting. It's very foresty, very I guess it kind of makes sense because it's right next to Ithilien. Ithilien kind of feeds into it, and Ithilien is known for its forests and stuff like that. It's trees, and the Morgul Vale is full of these massive, trees that I just didn't expect to be there. Because when you think, Minas Morgul, you think death, destruction, all that decay, stuff like that, So yeah. I've got the chat open. We're live on Facebook, Mixer, YouTube, Twitch. So if you have any questions or thoughts about the expansion, if you're playing it, definitely interested to know what people are thinking, because it is one of the more popular games to have an expansion to come out this year. So yeah. Got a nice little troll over there, just kind of encouraging anybody who wants to fight it to fight it. I kind of like those little touches in this right now. The weird thing is this is supposed to be a siege around Barad-dûr, but it feels less like a siege and more of just we're holed up in our little camps, and we are essentially just going to hold out. When I think siege, I think of like this massive battlement surrounding Barad-dûr. But that's not quite the case. I mean, we've got, men in Dingard, in Adambel, Echad in Ethil, and then this camp right here, which I don't even know the name of. But they still have a stronghold here in Amon Fuin. Their enemies littered around the area, obviously, because that's how you're going to fight enemies in a zone. But here in Duir, and around Barad-dûr itself, there's like nothing. It's just enemies. There's no actual siege going on. It feels weird because again, when you think siege, you think literally choking them out, and that's not quite the case here. Oh, you need to go this way. So this is the character I've been playing since literally day one of Lord of the Rings Online. I'm a very slow leveler in MMOs, specifically story-driven MMOs. For some reason, in games like WoW and ESO, I can level rather quickly. But I've always taken my time in Lotro, so the fact that my main character isn't the level cap yet just kind of tells you a little bit about how I play. If you're out there, let me know if the game sound is too loud too, by the way. It sounds fine on my end, but I've also got it pumping through a mix amp and stuff like that. I always forget that I can kind of move around and shoot now. I'm so used to just being stationary as a hunter for so long. Alrighty. I need to go up there. Oh, this is the planting the flag quest I'm doing as well. Raise heraldry of Gilgalad. That's one of the things I'm noticing with a lot of these quests out here. They're very similar. It's kind of... Game sound could actually be a tiny bit louder. Cool. Thanks, David. Okay, so let's adjust that in Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm kind of like mixed with this low leveling versus high leveling because a lot of my friends they they level very quickly, and oftentimes I'm kind of left out, especially in this game, which is funny because when Minas Morgul first came out, I was playing it non-stop because I'm reviewing it for the site, and one of the guys actually was commenting that it's someone else playing my account because of how fast I was leveling, and it just comes from years now of reviewing MMOs. You know, when I was doing them for IGN, you have to really power level to get through the content quickly. I started noticing that when I was playing ESO with people on the site for live streams. I'm just kind of blasting through the content, whereas before I kind of stop and smell the roses, you know? And yeah, that's a 12-year-old game. It doesn't look that bad, but you could definitely tell its age when you go back to some of the older areas, David. Then again, they've done a good job with some of the older areas as well by giving them kind of graphics reduxes. So like Bree definitely doesn't look as aged as it once did, but it's also got performance issues now because whenever these guys do something like that, they never quite get the performance correct. Rohan is kind of a nightmare performance-wise because they want you to be using your war steeds the entire time, and I don't think that the netcode could. I don't think the netcode can keep up with it, to be honest with you, because it always feels so jittery. Yeah, you know, reviewing MMOs has kind of ruined me with MMOs too, which is funny for me to say considering, you know, the site I work with. But that's partly why I'm also kind of taking my time with this. I've had my review on the schedule for the last 2 weeks, and it just hasn't happened because I want to take my time and really dive into the story, especially considering the story right now it's taking place at a time period in Middle-earth that we just don't see or hear of very much. It's, you know, this is happening right now in the Second Age. It's a flashback, but no, it's not pointless. Like, if you want to start from the beginning, it's going to take a while. But actually, I think that's where the Legendary server really helps, because you are getting the content gated, so you can't just blast through it. I don't think it's not worth signing up with. Just know that it's free to play to start, but you will have to buy some stuff. You know, with the free to play accounts, you only get access to the starting 3 areas, and then the epic quest line up to a certain point. You'd have to pay for the other. Pay for the other areas in Angmar, and then with each expansion you have to pay for those areas as well. But I don't know, I've played it for 12 years. It's the only game that's always installed on my computer. In fact, it's the first game I install whenever I do hard drive wipes or I build a new PC. It's the very first game I install on this, but I've also got 12 years of history on it. Yeah, they definitely have mastered the free-to-play model. Milking it for all it's worth, I guess you could say. Then again, these guys were one of the first MMO companies to pioneer it, so a lot of the free-to-play models can point back to how Lotro and TDO did it. I'm trying to find this other spot to raise the banner here. If you do play, David, join up on Arkenstone so that I can invite you to the guild and everything like that. Always down to have more people playing. We're a pretty small guild. We only have like 12 real people in it, even though our character list is super long. But again, I started this guild in July 2007, so we've been around for quite a while. We've purposefully kept it rather small in terms of the amount of people who are actually in it, because we've all, before then, the like 3 months the game was out, we were in pretty populated guilds, and it just didn't feel like the close-knit community it should. Where is... Okay, so I need to go kill guys over there. I didn't come here to do this Herald Gilgalad quest, but I guess since I'm here I might as well. That's one of the things that they've gotten better at. Even though I'm complaining that the quests themselves are basically all the same, they at least are doing a really good job of putting them all in an area that you can kind of blast through 3 or 4 quests at a time. It reminds me a lot of how ESO does it, to be honest. ESO, you can collect like 4 or 5 quests, they're all done in the same spot, you move on. It's kind of like the spoke and wheels type quests, so you're running to the next area, then you've got 5 or 6 quests around there that take quite a while, and you can typically level up at least once. Yeah, David, let me know when you do. If you decide to buy Minas Morgul, I think they even provide like one of the versions provides an auto level to like 120. So if you want to basically just start with Minas Morgul and then go back and do the other content as you want, you can definitely do it that way. Yeah, let me know if you do start up though, because I'd love more people to play with. Well, thanks for checking out the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do this every Sunday morning now for the site. We do it every Saturday night. Try to stream a little bit on the Sunday mornings. Stream something that I actually want to play, and right now it's Lotro. Okay, collect badge from a Mordorim hopeful. Collect badge from an Easterling hopeful. Take care, dude. Honestly, if you're still there, David, since you do the MMO calling for Forbes, honestly, this would be one that definitely could probably bring us some traffic, because they do pretty well on our site. Alright. Let's Passage of Foes, try to find what we're looking for. Easterling hopeful. Oh, sweet, he's like right there. The range on these bows is not what they used to be. Okay. Now the Mordorim hopeful is Mordorim, excuse me, is on the opposite side there. Oh crap. I'm just gonna take off. No reason for Windfoot to die here. Chance Thomas's scores are always really good, you guys. I'm so happy they brought him back. It's funny, you'd think that when Warner Brothers was still kind of financing this game, that they would shell out for the actual composer. But they're the ones who kind of stopped doing work with Chance Thomas, so it's really cool that Standing Stone Games, when they kind of went, private, not private, but they left. Warner Brothers went independent. They brought him back from Mordor. Black Numenorian Captain. Need to find a Mordorim hopeful. So let's Passage of Foes again. He's like right next to me again. There we go. Okay. Bring the patrol badges to Tarandil at Adambel. You know, while I'm here, I'm just going to do the heraldry quest, because I got to go back to Adambel anyway. And no, the heraldry gets turned into Akadinathil. But why not? Let's go raise the one over here. It's on the very far end, the back end of this. Oh, I guess they haven't respawned yet. Okay, I've already done that one, so it's not letting me do it there. Kind of weird that the thing isn't there anymore, but... Remember when Heartseeker used to do actual damage, you guys? Those were the days, huh? You'd drain a boss, then all the hunters, you know, 50% in, would just do all of the damage. You'd have 5 or 6 different Heartseekers going off at once. Rare Chest of Mordor. Okay, I think the spot is back here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Heraldry of Lothlorien. Alrighty, so now we just got to go to... Amon Fuin. Bum bum bum. Okay. I will say that carry-all is getting some work, even though I have issues with how it's implemented. It is nice to just... It is nice to just grab all of those crafting materials like that, because those are the kind of things that I would usually just let die, but at least now I can share them with the kin. What's up, Heard? This game is getting an update. Yeah, this is the Minas Morgul update right now, actually. This is the expansion that just came out earlier last month. That's Too Bonesy and Twitch. How's it going? Thanks for watching. So this content is actually part of the new update. This is the epic quest. This is chapter 12. You gone. I do need to stop being such a hoarder. I have things in my inventory from when I originally... Yeah, this right here. This has never left my inventory since 2007. Glass of Aglaral. But like, it does nothing for me now, but I can't bring myself to like destroy it. Couldn't play the old one, but I couldn't do... Tried to play the old one, couldn't do the graphics. Well, this is the same one that came out 12 years ago. I mean, this is... Is this game dead? No, it's pretty alive. Kind of depends on the server you're on, though. Landrival has, I think, probably the most active user base. But that's always kind of been the case. It's the big RP server. They do a lot of events on Landrival. Arkenstone is the server I play on. Mainly because we just didn't want to deal with a lot of what was going on Landrival. But, like, there are... Yeah, legacy servers are still going. It's one of those things, though, where people kind of blast through the content, they come back to the regular server until the new updates hit the legendary server. Aw, I want to inspect him. I want to see what he's using. Alright. Need to go this way for the other one. Well, it'd be cool if you do. Let me know if you do. Always looking for people to play this game with. If you decide to play in the legendary servers, I think Arnor has the larger population because that was the original one that hit. Oop. Alright, let's kill this guy. May have bit off more than I can chew over here. If I can kill him, the spirits will go away. Oh, there they go. Okay. Oh, shoot. I am legit gonna die. Well, that sucked. Yeah, we'll revive here right now. Why not? Alrighty. Move to Evernight. Yeah, we used to be on Nimrodel. We started on Nimrodel. We were one of the oldest kins on Nimrodel, and then they did the server merge, and we chose Arkenstone as our home server after that. Eagle. Pedro in the Facebook chat is asking what's the name of the game. This is Lord of the Rings Online. This is the Minas Morgul expansion. Right now we are in Mordor during the Second Age flashback that this expansion gives you. During the Siege of Barad-dûr. Oh god, I didn't realize I was going to pull all three. This is a runaway time, you guys. I've still got the death penalty on me. Yeah, this is definitely a runaway time. God dang it. Gosh dang it. Okay. Alright. Let's recover. What kind of gear am I using? I'm just using basic gear. That's one of the things that I don't min-max in this game. I just really enjoy the the story. That said, I think the gear I'm using is the hero's gear they gave you with the Minas Morgul, the 120 boost. And so it's just all kind of the basic stuff. Eventually, once I hit 130, we'll start crafting the high-end gear, because at this point, I'm just kind of blasting through the content, so there's no point in min-maxing the gear right now for me. I've always kind of been lower on the gear side too. Like I said at the beginning of this, this is the character I've been playing since day one, and I've always leveled slowly. I've always not really cared about the gear that I'm wearing, except for when Shadows of Angmar was the only game around before the before the Mines of Moria update came out. I remember really min-maxing the bows I was using. We had all those different bows from the different, like the Karn Doom and Barad Gularan and stuff like that. And I would min-max that. I'd actually have an entire hotbar full of bows, because they all did different damage types and were different bow speeds and stuff. But most of that stuff is out of the game now. Okay, we just have the one left. Where is this spot at? I think it's over here. Is there any gear that you'd recommend, Eagle? Let's back up, because we may have to take both of these guys. Bard zero that guy. Also, I think this bow is bugged because it's obviously not a crossbow, but the animation is crossbow. So, what's the game name, and is it offline or offline? This is Lord of the Rings Online. It is obviously online, since that it almost max gear before the expansion. Yeah, see, even before the expansion, when I leveled to 120, I didn't put any thought into like the gear and stuff. I just got to 120 for the expansion. I did my my Mordor review on a different character, and on a different server, and so the level 120 character I had before this expansion came out wasn't the one I was going to be playing this one with. And it was mainly because the version of the game I was given for the review, I accidentally applied to the wrong account, because I've got two accounts. I've got a lifetime account and I've got this account. And so I had to do the review on that one, and then eventually I bought it on this account and leveled this character up to prep for this one. Alright, so we need to go back to Echadinathil, talk to Celeborn, and then we need to go to Adambel and talk to Tarandil. And just again, spoilers, you guys, this is the epic quest in Minas Morgul. This is chapter 12, so we've already finished one of the chapters of the epic quest line here. This is a flashback to the Second Age, when they were besieging Barad-dûr. It's weird that Facebook isn't showing the game name, because I did set that up beforehand. That's where I'm getting the questions about what's the name of the game. So, yeah, Josh, the small icons are in high resolution. I just wish that, the game scaled the icons better, because if I were to scale the UI, it doesn't scale it to the resolution. It's just like really, really blown up. Totally did not mean to run past a troll there. Echad in Ethil. Okay, I think Celeborn is up here. Yep.
Heed my orders.
Cool. Alright, let's go talk to Tarandil at Adambel. I think I can just fast travel there, even though it's just right across.
Well to my orders.
Yeah, let's just do that. Save some time. Okay. So, I think he's up here. Yep, because he's at Anarion's camp. And Anarion, obviously, sun is in the name. Hence the sigils with the sun and the white tree.
I am impressed.
I'm impressed. You managed to acquire 3 badges. I only obtained 1. Will you allow us to combine our trove? 4 is better than 3 or 1, friend, and it is my birthday after all. Okay. So we got to fast travel with Tarandil now.
Works.
We're going to go to the
It
council.
must. I have shown our trophies to the guard, and he at least will allow us inside.
We're trying to basically sneak into a council with Isildur and Anarion and Elendil. And the host of elves, I believe, will be there as well. Let us enter the tent, but do not walk with fear or nervousness, stride rather as if we were invited, and indeed the council cannot begin until we are in attendance. That is always the advice of Ea Makil, and to speak truth, I have yet to see it fail him. That's funny. Keep your head high, friend. They will have no choice but to keep us in attendance. Oh, he's gonna walk. I guess I should walk with him. The White Tree of Gondor, the 7 Stars of Elendil, and the Crown. This is obviously Elendil's tent. In fact, there he is, the High King of Gondor and Arnor. Did we miss anything? No, they are waiting for the others to arrive. We got Isildur and Anarion. Who are we waiting for? Oh, we're probably waiting for the elves to arrive. Nope, those are dwarves. Durin! Well, they just lost a battle. That's why they don't look happy, man. And we've got Glorfindel and Lendelen. Then Gil-galad, Elrond, and I love how the music turned into the Rivendell theme. Oh, that's awesome. That was cool. Leaders of the Great Alliance. Oh, that little touch there. That was really cool. Hold, Elendil. Gil-galad. I guess I'm talking to Gil-galad now. The pavilion seems more crowded already than it need be for such a council. Is it not better to limit those in attendance? I mean no disrespect to the sons of Isildur or their sire, but what is to be gained by their presence here, or that of a hunter? Can they and you not be told the decisions of this council once they are made? Alright then. I mean no disrespect. Thanks, Gil-galad. My king, it is true that this tent is crowded. Thanks, Lendelen. We meet to discuss what might be done to change our fortunes in this war. Any of us might provide the spark to inspire our future course. Glorfindel has always spoken highly of your wisdom, Lendalen. I relent in this, they will stay. Thanks, Gilgalad. As you hold your spear, Aiglos. I love how everybody has their weapons drawn, but us. Oh, and them. Libra stay, it makes no difference to me. I have seen the size of the horde, and I cannot see how we might defeat it. Thanks, Dudin. I'm waiting for the expansion to come to the Lotro store for LP to buy it. Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it, but that isn't going to happen until next year, if I remember correctly. The arrival of the Storm of Wrath will be the end of us. Did you at least get the new Dwarven race? If we're to win this war, we must defeat Sauron. Thanks for that bit of wisdom there. We must do it before the horde arrives. Oh, so I think we're going to break the siege. Yep, our time grows short. We must break the Dark Tower. Yeah, March next year. Send to Galadriel for the third ring. Wait, what? Seriously? Perhaps with all three? Thanks for keeping that secret. No, I barely did survive the two. Only barely did I survive the two. Even with three, even the mightiest of my people long gone from this world could only succumb. The fires of Sauron's thoughts burn hotter than dragon's flame, and he would overmaster me. Yeah. I would become a servant and slaughter you all. Yep, that's a good reason not to use them. We cannot use the rings. This sounds very much like the Council of Elrond, except this is the Council of Elendil. Lure him out then. Huneric. That's a very tall dwarf. I think that's a dwarf. Could it be a barony? No, it's a dwarf. Even the wariest hound will bite if the meat smells ripe enough. Ah, it could be a hillman. I will go. I have weathered much because of Sauron's deeds. Thanks, Anadion. Stepping up there. I will bring him challenge and see if he comes forth. Why would he? He is a coward, says Dudin. He will wait behind his walls until the horde soaks the dust with our blood. Sounds like something Sauron would do. Then he will revel in our end. Okay, guess I'm going to talk to Veamakil now, one of the sons of Isildur. Durin is right. Sauron will hide in his tower until the Runhoth horde arrives and destroys us. Why would he dare come out when his victory is all but assured? He has only to wait for it. We have to think of something. Well, there goes an audio. Nope, never mind. Thought he was leaving. We cannot lure him out. Perhaps we can do him harm from within. You'll need to explain yourself, my friend, says Glorfindel to Lendelin. This horde that draws near, the storm of wrath. No Easterling lord has the strength or the will to hold such a throng together. So it looks like we might be infiltrating the Easterlings. Not even the greatest kings of old could do so. But Sauron can because he holds an oath stone. It's the second time I've heard of oath stones in this questline. My friend, stay thy rebuke. Oh, jeez, he's speaking in Old English to Glorfindel. He has to. I have broken the hold of a Vandasar before. I can do it again. So the oath stones are kind of like mini Palantiri. In fact, when this is follow, you must see it. He would keep the stone close by in the highest chambers of Barad-dûr, probably. How would you reach it? How would you even enter the tower? So yeah, this is getting kind of spoilery, guys. I apologize. But there is a way, says the lone hobbit at this meeting. How long have you been listening to our counsel? Tuka. I think she's a hobbit. She's pretty much a hobbit. Before hobbits were hobbits. This war of yours has gone on far too long. My people grow bored. Really? Bored in time of war? Says Gil-galad. Incredulously, I would assume. Perhaps it is different for your kind, but my kind takes to wandering. Nomadic hobbits, you guys. In my wanderings, I found a hollow place in the rocks. This is the second time we've been helped by Tuka. Tunnel there was there concealed. It bent southward to the tower. One of the things that this team really does well is the writing in this game really feels like it could have came from Tolkien himself. They have really mastered his voice. I can show you the entrance. So it looks like we're going to be infiltrating Barad-dûr, you guys. So, going back to the Oathstones, the Vandasar, these 7 stars, everyone thought they were the Palantiri, but the game is kind of propping up that maybe the 7 stars that came with Elendil and the Númenóreans are actually these Oathstones. Your blade might seem but a throng of orcs would feed the crows with you. Even if you somehow survived, you cannot reach the Vandasar without help. Well, looks like that's where I'm going to come in. I know, old friend, but I cannot ask this of you. You've already died once, Glorfindel. Don't do it again. You need not ask. The orcs will need a reason to come out. Good contribution. I was just going to point out, Isildur has been basically silent. This is our opportunity. Now is our chance for glory, says Veamakil. I will fight alongside the Bright Company. As will I. I too will go. Oh, there's goes Isildur. Tarantil. Oh, you shake your head, Tarantil. No, my sons, this mission is not for you. Leave the High Elves to do their work. The Bright Company will see it done, says Gil-galad. Well, looks like I'm accompanying the Bright Company. And yet, I would ask for one other. That'll be me. This one. The guest of Isildur's foster son. Yep, okay. Well, that's me. Truly, if you wish it to be so, Lindalen. Oh, come on, Glorfindel. We've fought together before. What? How can this be? We cannot stay behind. We are not afraid. Is this plan to the satisfaction of men, Elendil? It is. And if my grandsons have any sense, they will still their tongues. So this is one of the things that Lotro does very differently than other MMOs nowadays. Like, all of this would have been a cutscene in World of Warcraft. Or even an ESO, I think, would have created some sort of cutscene type. No, actually, no, ESO probably would have done it the same way, now that I think about it. I'm not sure about Final Fantasy XIV. Probably a cutscene. Probably a combination of the two. But Lotro doesn't do cutscenes. I don't think I've seen a cutscene in Lotro in years. They used to do like mini ones after you finished a chapter, but I don't think I've seen those in quite a while either. So this is like both a great thing and kind of a dated thing too. Standing around listening to talking for 5-6 minutes, a lot of people may get bored of that nowadays. At least in like ESO, you're moving around the area. Like, there's one quest that comes to mind in ESO when you're learning about the group of people that were surrounding the Emperor when he fell. You're learning it from the Prophet, and you're kind of moving throughout this plane of oblivion type area, and you're interacting with a lot of things. Whereas here, you're just literally standing, waiting for people to talk. So I can understand how some people may feel it's too dated for them nowadays. I particularly like it, but I also kind of think that they need to freshen it up a bit, and maybe a cutscene would have done the job just as well. You will fight alongside the Bright Company for this undertaking, Hunter. If that is the wish of Glorfindel and his counselor, Lendalen, it will be dangerous, but what matters of war are not. If they are men, my grandsons will forgive you for being so selected and resent it not. If the Bright Company fails in this, the storm of wrath will come for us all, and they will have ample opportunity to die in glorious battle. It is a comfort to them, let it comfort them. I will coddle them not. I cannot believe this, says Veamekil. Back to Veamekil.
I cannot believe this.
I cannot believe you get to go on the daring mission and I do not. You are just a hunter, and I am the son of a king. Is this because you are an elf? Does my father have so little faith in his own people that he must trust in yours? I am sorry, I did not mean that. But you must see that it is unjust. My brothers and I are not afraid. All of us save Tarandil volunteered to accompany the Bright Company, and yet we are to remain behind with him, as if his cowardice was our own. If we are going to die when the Kazab Boron arrives, I would much rather die fighting on the offensive within the Dark Tower than back on my heels in this blasted plain. If it is a jest, it is a poor one. I cannot believe my father would treat us so. It is not your fault, friend. It is his. I apologize for my words, but my blood is hot. My grandfather wishes to speak with you. Perhaps when you go to him, you will ask to reverse my father's decision and allow my brothers and I to join with the Bright Company on this mission. I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, we saw the red banners with the sun. This is very obviously Minas Ithil, which would later become Minas Morgul, which was Isildur's stronghold.
I see the weariness in you, though you seek to hide it.
Let us speak of the task to come and why you were selected to join the Bright Company on this mission and my grandsons were not.
Our alliance is composed of the mightiest heroes of the age, and still we risk defeat.
Our alliance is composed of the mightiest heroes of the age, Hunter, and together we have achieved many victories. But here, after 7 years of siege, our triumphs are mere memory. Sauron has outmaneuvered us. If we cannot overcome his domination of the Gazab Boron, it will not matter how many great heroes stand with us. Our defeat will be certain, and it will be forever. If Lendalen is trustworthy, as I am told he is, there are few only who can break the spells. In wreathing the Oathstone, they must reach the chamber in which it lies, though it has been kept within Barad-dûr itself. Their purpose must be hidden from Sauron, for if he learns what they seek to do, he will turn his every thought upon preventing it. If he sees an unfamiliar hunter among the others of the company, he may hesitate. What purpose do you serve, he may wonder, and in that briefest of delays, the mission of the Bright Company might be accomplished. It is a hard thing to ask, but we must seek every advantage we can. It is likely you will not return. We know that's not true, because well, actually, I'm not really playing myself here. I'm taking the place of a hunter that was with them. But there are still preparations to be made before the Bright Company departs. You should find the whole Budlan matriarch Tuka somewhere to the east of our encampments, for she intended to scout the entrance of the tunnel discovered by her people. Alright. Let's go check that out. Where is she at? Oh, she's way up there. Love the kitted out goat there. Yeah, well, this place is a little confusing. There we go. That's the right way. I'm all turned around. west. Path Dynath. I need to get a new outfit. That's one of the things I love about this game is the cosmetic system. But I'm kind of... I don't know. I wonder if I could dual box this game. Now that I'm thinking about it. Have a little minstrel help. This PC is powerful enough, it probably can. Just not if I'm playing this at 4K, like I am right now. Okay, this horse is way too slow. All these black Numenorian captains. Berserker up there. I love that. Just it's a nice little touch. Just sitting there pounding his chest. You will not defeat me. And then, you know, you go on to defeat them. Okay. Oh, crap, I thought this was one of our camps. That was wrong. I saw the blue flag and immediately thought, oh, that's Isildur. No, it's not. Totally not. Okay, check out the Easterling Archer. Mordor White. This game definitely uses those whites as much as possible. I think every single zone has some sort of area that has whites in it. It's almost like a checkbox. Okay, does this area have a forest? Does it have whites? Does it have spiders? At least early on it felt that way. Climbing up this path to get to the secret tunnel from Tuka. Oh, that starts a quest. I think I already have that quest. There she be. The whole Budlan could move about unseen, and Tuka was the most skilled of them all.
Over here, as quiet as you can.
This is the tunnel about which I spoke at the council. Some of my people followed it a goodly way, and it seemed to them that it did curved in the direction of the Dark Tower. We all agree that it must empty into the dungeons, and if your folk are as powerful as they say, they will make it at least as far as the tower. Beyond that, well, Tuka shudders. There's a lot of eyes out here. We should thin some of the foes this near to Halroth, but not so many as to be suspicious. You'd better get to it. Defeat just the right number of enemies outside Halroth in Eminduir. Thanks for telling me.
I have scouted the Eminduir, and if we are to remain in secret, we must do something about the enemy forces nearby.
And I have decided if we are to remain secret here at Halroth, we must do something about the enemy forces that inhabit the lands nearby. I thought we might set traps around the mountain passes near Halroth, but I fear that might alert those very foes to our presence. And what happened then? Why, I had a brilliant thought. What about laying traps within their own encampments, all in secret? This would certainly confuse them, and they would not even think to look for us here. I have already made the traps. Would you be willing to sneak several into several enemy encampments in order to set them in place? I'm sure you would enjoy it. No, I don't think I will. Pretty sure that is not something I would define as enjoyable, you guys. I've got 12 traps to set. Not too many nor too few, Tuka had to say, and that was all. Alright, thanks for that, Tuka. Alright, well, I guess this rock is too much for this Stoneclaw to handle. I guess let's go set the traps over here. I think just eventually she's just gonna say, okay, stop killing them. What is... okay. Where would I set the trap here? Does it say? I guess that should have been the one I killed, or feared. I didn't realize he was going to start summoning crap. Holy crap. Didn't realize I was that close to death. Maybe I should pay attention to my life. Oh, and my shoulders are now damaged. Oh, okay, there is a nearby settlement I can go repair at. Maybe I should start looking into better armor and stuff too. Well, I think we're gonna call it there, guys. I've got some writing I have to get done and some time to spend with my daughter today. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. This is going to be a weekly thing, so definitely interested in you guys joining. If you want us to stream something specific, let us know on Facebook, let us know on Twitter, let us know in the forums on the website, mmorpg.com. Thanks again for watching, really appreciate everybody out there who contributed in the chat, and we'll see you next time. Take care.